Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome. Hey, y'all. Ooh, woo. When I tell you that Beyond the Gates lit up Twitter and all of the social medias yesterday, they did, baby. And you want to know why? Because of the beep beep, aka Haley, aka Hood Chick, who likes to scam and on her last grift. Yeah, I think that she was like number 16 on Twitter yesterday for being trending. I think Maurice P. Carey put it on his Twitter stating that I'm not a Twitter person. I just like to go up there and see all the memes. And when I tell you they was memeing the hell out of Cute Bill and you mean Haley Biscuit? It was good just to see everybody talking about it. Just a little bit that I did see. It's so overwhelming, y'all. But yeah, congratulations to Beyond the Gates, baby. Y'all was lighting Twitter up, and that's what it's supposed to be, you know? Anyway, we're here to go ahead and recap episode number 152 of Beyond the Gates. I have seen some of you guys' comments, and y'all are having me cracking up. Like, Shar, I don't agree with you. Shar." I probably will maybe do a deep dive on one of the characters because it seems like a lot of people are questioning this particular character. I'm sure if you know me pretty well, you might know exactly who it is. She's just it's actually what's her name? Caroline. Sweet Caroline. Yeah, her. People don't trust her ass because she's like really, really standing really strong for him to stay with Haley. So everybody's giving Caroline the side eye. I don't know. I don't know if she is, and I'll be really surprised. I need to know. And then now I don't even think that Randy is married and got any children. I just think that they just be drifting and grifting, go from town to town. Ooh, bank account to bank account, honey. Haley thought I guess somebody was like saying about her poisoning Bill. Can't trust it like the smile that girl is poison. That's the true BBD uh face of poison. Haley, big butt and a smile. That's her. And Bill fell for it every time. And I'm so glad he did. All right, let me go in a hush with the church announcements. I just had to just do a little bit of keying from episode number 152, but we are here to talk about episode 150. I'm sorry, 151. We are here to talk about 152, Shar. Get it straight, bitch. All right. Y'all ready? I'm sure as hell ready. I will start this recap, baby, in five, four, three, two, one. All right, we see a crown on the desk. I'm hoping that's a crown for Bill. Hey, just checking on that shipment you promised me, cuz. It's Hood Haley, honey. Oh, and I couldn't wait to get started, honey. So I experimented with a new recipe for hubby's birthday. That bitch wasn't playing. I thought she was gonna wait a little while, to try to put some of this, untraceable, invisible stuff in his stuff. Shot that child, and she don't care that the fact that man, this man is gonna be left with there and got two daughters, family. God dog it. Ooh. So she see him coming. Text me. Oh, happy birthday to the king of my heart. Now, when I tell you, I love Bill in gray. Whenever he wears gray, it looks so good on him. I don't like him in dark suits. But when that motherfucker be wearing gray, yeah, so that's the crown that she had for him for his head. Hopefully she gives him a party too. Hopefully this party she does for him. And no tie on. He just got a button down black button down shirt. Child. He's like, oh, what in the world? This morning you said, yeah, I said, yeah. I wasn't going to make a big deal out of it, baby, but. Oh, he says, I should have known better. When I tell you, I got it. No, yo, you don't, Char. Let's stay hard. You don't feel sorry for Bill. Now, shit. No, shit. No, Char, don't feel sorry for Bill. He says, oh, look at you. You spoiling me to death. Literally, bitch. Nothing makes me happier than to watch you get everything you deserve. Ew, I can't stand watching them kids. And if you've been watching me for a long time, anybody who does bad always wear the what? Diabolical black. and she has on this diabolical black lace outfit. Anytime, whether it was old Ted, and whether it's Leslie, whether it's even Bill, whether it's Randy, it's like whoever is the villain, they will pop out in their diabolical black. You know, Caroline and I were planning a party, but I decided I wanted to do something more intimate. Yeah, well, I like the way you think. As Bill Hamilton gets older, he gets sweeter. You are a high asset value, baby. And you are going to get a birthday you'll never forget. All right, we were at the one room, aka Jacob and Naomi's spot. So we see her getting cute, and so he's like, "Hey, baby." He comes in the bedroom. "Hey, I got a surprise." She's like, "Jacob, please. You know how I feel about those, honey. Just hear me out," he said. So he takes, he when I tell you, how many ladies out there got a man who like empties out all of his pockets? It takes about 10 minutes. That's my boo. He has pocket knife. He got coins. He got his wallet. He got his keys. He got extra change just in case he might need to make a phone call. I'm like, nigga, you ain't no pay phones around no more. Nigga, you need to have your cell phone. He got his pow pow. I'm be sitting there like how Celie be waiting for sitting on the porch waiting for him to take out empty his pockets. And I said that because that's what Jacob was doing. He was emptying out his pow, emptying out his keys, emptying out all this shit. How many women out there or men, again, I don't discriminate, who got a significant other who takes about 30 hours to empty their pockets? I swear. Anyway, what about you say to do a day of pampering at the country club? That's what he said. I'm talking about a full body massage with a mud bath, and you can wind down in that new aromatherapy room. Sounds like fun, she says. I hope your ass enjoy it. Naomi can be a little bitchy too. She look cute in that dress now. That dress is cute. It's not for me. I mean, and if you would have checked in, I would have told your ass I have a birthday party for my pappy. Oh yeah, okay. Look, no worries. I mean, I can reschedule. So he takes out his phone to try to reschedule. She was like, "Why are you doing this shit?" Because I love you, girl, and I thought it'd be a nice thing to do. No amount of shiatsu is gonna make me take that negative out of that positive pregnancy test. That was a mouthful. Yeah, she kind of still upset about being preggers, but that's not his fault. Girl, you said you was stressed, honey, but you weren't too stressed to spread them tree trunks and enjoy your hubby without no BC. Is it birth control? Yeah, BC pill. Yeah, girl, please. Just let me be, honey, please. Man, ain't nothing that Jacob can do is gonna make her happy. Unless he says, "All right, baby, let's get rid of it, we good." He nothing he could say or do to for her right now to show support, but to say, "I still love you. I'm on the right page with you." Because Naomi doesn't know how to deal with the truth a lot of times. She likes to sidestep and double dutch and stuff. For her to be such a fantastic and great lawyer. Then we got the ball. Hey. All right, we at the red door and we see Smitty on the phone talking to somebody. Look, I told your ass it's gonna be a crazy request. All right. Yes, it is going above and beyond. I get that shit. I mean, where else are you gonna be able to do something like this in life, right? Come on, live a little. Damn. Then hubby comes downstairs. He was like, "All right, now I gotta go. Now make it happen now. All right, go." Martin was like, "Well, baby, did I interrupt something?" And Smitty was like, you know how complicated it can get when I order Thai food. Can be sometimes." "Oh, we having Thai," he says. Martin says, "Please tell me you remembered." He was like, "Okay, I'm kind of tripping about this fascination that you have with pad key towel." Ow. He was like, "But did you order any?" Martin was like, "Please tell me. I need to taste some of that pad key towel." And so Smitty was like, "Of course I did. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Anybody had that pad key towel?" And I told him to make that shit spicy like my man. My man. And here I was, Martin says, thinking it was going to take me a lifetime for you to know me by my heart, baby. I'm like, okay. I mean, they said Pat Tao was spicy, and I love me some spicy food. I'm about to try that this weekend. He was like, yeah, in the meantime, just know, baby, you could tell me anything. This is what Smitty says. And in the meantime, baby, I don't scare easily, and my ass ain't going nowhere. Okay, whatever they talking about, we'll glaze over it. If they talking, y'all know we going to talk. If not, next. Oh, that's a promise. Okay, first time I saw your ass, you was gonna be forever. That's what Martin tells Smitty. How sweet. Martin is like, when I tell you Martin on Twitter, I forgot that baby name, but he's really good on Twitter. He real. Or X, y'all. Y'all know I'm middle age, middle age, honey. I'm 54. X, Twitter, Elon's Trap Hope. I don't know, honey. Whatever it is, yeah, that's what he's on. To you and me, we're at the Little Palace, aka Danny's house, with Danny and Pammy. So I think Danny has made them some smoothies, and you could tell Pammy is like sore like a mother sucker. She's like, to you and to me, well, especially to me, Danny said. What for? Pammy says. Danny was like, bitch, for surviving Pilates. I've always wanted to try that, but if we're going to be grabbing backs like that, I'm cool. I can think of about a dozen activities that are more entertaining and less torturous, Danny said. And a little to you, sis, for going with me. There's no one that I would rather be tortured with, Pammy said. That instructor, drill sergeant, am I right? That's why they call it boot camp, girl. But I need to befriend that reformer if I'm going to be hanging out with Miss Campbell on the runways judging upstart designers. Lord, if they have Naomi Campbell on here, honey, as a guest, I'm going to scream. I need to look like money, Danny says. Oh my God, girl. You were blessed with good genes. And true beauty never fades, and booty too. Wait a minute, Pam. You on her couch with them shoes on, girl. You gotta take them shoes off. So she drinks the juice. Oh, how did you manage to make this shake taste so nutritious? That's the new thing, Danny says. I call that drink Tears of My Haters. Oh, child. I'm using it to fuel my meteoric return to the top of the heap. Ooh, that's what I like to hear. Now, all we need is a few more weeks of the reformer and we're gold. Just weeks? Yes, we have to remind the world who was declared a fashion revolution by Mr. Andre Leontali himself. Wow. I think he just had a birthday maybe a couple of days ago. RIP to the icon, baby. I don't need to remind you how much they want you back. You don't need to remind me, Danny says, but it is nice to hear on repeat. Okay, outside we hear. I had to put my hand over my mouth. Child, we hear somebody screaming outside. They look like, what the fuck was that? Shit, they run, they run to the hallway, and Pammy gives Danny an umbrella. And shit, they ready to fight because that was like a woman scream. I'm like, who the fuck? So it was Chelsea upstairs in her bed in Danny's bedroom. So Danny was like, Chelsea, what the fuck? Call 911. This is a crime. What is it, girl? You've been robbed. What the fuck is wrong with Chelsea? She cute though with her little ponytails. That was the loudest she ever gotten, girl, because you know she don't talk it. She only talks in whispers, just like Jacob. What the fuck, Chelsea? All right, we're at up to no Orphe Jeans, honey. We see Samantha is at the counter, and so she's reached out, to Nathan, that young dude that she was kissing on at the at what's her name, Chelsea and Kat's house. Yeah, I think he's about 30 something too. She said, you still want to study? Because that's why he reached out to her in the first place. So we see the three dots going, honey. Y'all know when y'all send people messages and them three dots get to going, it's about that bull. He never responded. So she put her phone down. She looking so sad. Oh, Samantha. We see June with her blonde curls. Hey, baby. Hey, she says. June was like, what's wrong, girl? Boys. Girl, what else, honey? How do we fix it? June says. Fries? Them fries look good though. And Samantha was like, and you? June says, you tell me what's bothering you, girl. That boy that I was talking to you about. We were supposed to meet up to do homework, and June was like, that motherfucker ghosted you, didn't he? I just want to crawl into a hole and disappear with those fries. Everybody's been ghosted, and no matter what, We've ghosted and we've been ghosted, you know. I think we've talked about this before. Yeah, I think some of us has shared our stories. She said she want to get ghost like along with them fries, honey. I bet you that would be the best way to disappear with some fries. Mm-mm. You made promises before we got married, Jacob, and I took those promises fucking seriously. We're back at the small room with Naomi, lighting a new one into Jacob's heart. You don't marry a woman hoping that you can change her ass through years and years of erosion, wearing away at who she is. What the fuck? If you wanted someone that could make that particular dream come true, you could have married a woman who wanted that with you. I wanted you because I love you, girl. Then you need to remember the fact that you married a woman who knows her own damn mind, who doesn't need convincing or cajoling. Look, I'm solid, Nick. I'm good. Exactly, girl. That's exactly one of the reasons why I wanted you. You know, I'm not on this fence of any aspect of my existence. They owe me so fucking deep, even when it comes to this. And I resent the fact that you're trying to make me seem wrong for knowing what the fuck I want when I want it. You're not wrong, baby. You're not. And I'm trying, Naomi, but I don't know what else to do. I love you so much. He says, baby. And they just start laughing because she said baby. He said baby, you know. She's like, that word has a whole new meaning now. He was like, right, right. I'm going to have to call you honey or dear, he says. He says, I love you too. She says, here we stand, honey, loving each other, both at a loss because we are in a place we were never supposed to be. Wow, now that's deep. And I hate it here, she says. Well, yeah, apparently everything I say is wrong. So talk to me, he says. She says, well, I went to go see my mom. Did I tell y'all that she's a professional dancer? Y'all go to her page. Her name is Ariel. I can't remember her last name, but that bitch can move. She is a brilliant, amazing choreographer. She says she went to her mammy because she told him that she promised to reconsider her feelings about them having the child. Well, how did that go? She says, well, I was hoping that while talking to her about motherhood in general would inspire the sudden urge to buy baby booties, but it didn't. He was like, yeah, I do understand. This is a huge leap for us. She was like, well, see, that's what it is, though, nigga. You don't understand. You can't, baby. You're not the one that has to deal with the prospect of your body changing and the pain of childbirth. And even these days, being close to death, honey, because I think when it comes to statistics, African American women die percentage wise more than any other cultures and ethnicities out there. So that's another thing. You can have a perfect birth until you get to that damn delivery table, and it's a fight between life and death. See, women get all the blame when things go bad and none of the credit when it's good. Ooh. Well, okay, okay. What if I promise? I want the promise you made me, nigga, when you married me, she said. That you would love me. This is who I am. Unapologetically, she says. I am proudly my mother's daughter, my father's child, and Jacob Hawthorne's wife. And that woman did not grow up and get married wanting to be a mammy. And what I can tell you is that I really admire her stance and what she wants and why she wants it. And you know, if she is pregnant, which we already know she is, you know that they have to make this decision. But I think it's powerful that they're choosing this angle because there are a lot of women out there who don't want this, and men. There's a couple of YouTube people that I follow. They have proudly stated they do not want to be a parent. They do not want to bring kids into a world like this, especially now. So it's good. It's her body, her choice. Don't come over here with no bullshit with me. This is a story, but people do deal with this, and I support her. And I'm very happy that they're dealing with so many different topics on this particular show. I really, really am really thankful for it because it's some deep shit. Well, you know, at my age, I can afford to skip a few birthdays. We're back at the gaudy castle with Bill and Beep Beep. This is what he tells Beep Beep. I mean, but it's your only birthday as my husband, so this got to be special. He was like, well, damn, I hope this ain't gonna be the only one, baby. I mean, this marriage was built to last, right? It's silly. Of course, that's what I meant. Only the first of many for the rest of your life. Okay, well, there you go. He sits down. She's like, well, it won't be as splashy and over the top as your other wife's parties. He says, well, you're the only one that matters. She says, what would Danny do? When I tell you his hand is fucking big, I think the tip of his finger and the palm of his hand can cover both of her hands at one time. Damn, it's the big man. Something lavish at the club, she says. Didn't she get the Marcellus brothers to play for you in Georgetown one time? Yeah, she did. She did. But look, none of that shit means a thing to me because I'm making new memories with my new wife, okay? And besides, baby, I don't have the time or interest in criticizing past mistakes. She's got such a hold on you, she says. There's barely enough room for me. Didn't she just say yesterday that she wasn't going to bring Danny back up? Well, we know she has motive now. So, yeah. Oh, come on, baby. That's not true. And I'm sure whatever you have in store will be memorable. Yeah, nigga. I don't think you can come back from that memory. She said it will be. He was like, yeah. And I needed it to be extra special because thanks to your stroke, I realized we can't take this time together for granted. We should lay flowers at every milestone. Life is so precious. If only it could last forever. When I tell you, she says, I've been married to that son of a bitch for almost a year and I haven't broken character. When I tell you her character is chef's kiss, now it's like extra now. It's extra thick. I'm like, girl, we already see through the bullshit now. So we're back at the little palace with crazy ass Chelsea. Girl, did Allison rub off on you? Those boots from New York and the leather bomber jacket from Paris and the selvage jeans from Japan and tons of other clothes and shoes. I mean, how did this happen? Then Danny said she needed to make some fucking room for her husband, bitch. A carefully curated collection for the discerning buyer. That's what Danny said. Oh, you sold them all? How could you get rid of everything I love? And she's still talking. Chelsea is talking, talking, talking. And Andre comes in there. Hey, Dre. An auction for the Dupree Heritage Foundation, Danny says. And he sits down behind his wife and she says, and this handsome hunk of man of mine right here is the real reason behind the purge. Charity does start at home, daughter. So they just start kissing the neck and right there in front of Chelsea and Pam. Mm. Hello there, Andre, Pammy said. They didn't even hear her. They just still head just a twisted and shit, and Chelsea looking like yikes. She loves to blur the line between romantic and indecent. She does. And so Andre and her just oh, he says, hey, what I miss? I'm missing all of mom's best clothes, and it's all your fault. So that's where you be getting all your fashions from. You go and rob your mom's closet. Got you, Chelsea. You're moving in or whatever. Well, Andre was like, isn't it a husband's responsibility to dump stuff around and to clutter the place, right? You better devote yourself to keeping this marriage tight because this fashion sacrifice is painful. Danny was like, girl, you are a mogul now. Add to your own damn collection, girl. My uncle. This shit is breaking my heart. I have to go. Danny says, where? Haley's throwing a birthday party for Dad. Well, Danny says, I guess my invitation got lost in the mail, honey. Have fun. I love you. I love you too. And I like that Danny is not thick at all, but I like that she got this outfit on and we see a little bit of bump in the back. Just a little bump. I know let me see. One, two. I got how many lines? One, two, three, four. Four on one side and one, two, three. Yeah, I'm like, why do I have like more fat on one side than I do the other? Anyway, she had one little parenthesis back there, but it's because of how she was hugging her daughter. But even if it's natural, girl, it looks good on her. I like it because she's a woman pushing 50, and that's how it's supposed to look. But I need to, God, got one, two, three. So they tell each other they love each other. Chelsea's leaving. Danny's says, I love you too. So Pammy is looking at Andre and says, this part time marriage may have its privileges. He stands up like, Pamela, what, you want to share me or something? She was like, "Nick, get your mind out of the gutter, please. Not those kind of privileges," she says. Andre's like, I don't like the way she's looking at me, boo. You should be scared, Danny says. I know that look. And Pammy was like, and if you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're cooked. That's what Danny says. All right, we're back at the red door. We see the bottom of somebody's feet. It looks like it's Martin's feet. He has big feet. But the shoes are like he never wore them outside the house at all. Cause they just as clean. Y'all should have ran him outside on the sidewalk beyond the gate so it looked like he been outside. Damn. I mean, them shoes is smooth. I could lick at the bottom of them shoes. Do you know what it means when Congress is on recess? This is what Smitty says as he comes downstairs. And so Martin was like, yes, I relax. I know exactly what that means. So he talks about how he's going to get all the errands done eventually, but right now he's hunkering down and binging. Okay. If they talk, y'all know. If not, we're going to go to the next scene. It's a little light day today. Yeah, a little light. So Martin is like, okay, so where's the Thai? The Thai food. When does it get here? Oh yeah, Smitty says, lying. Then he said we weren't gonna lie no more. Oh yeah, you got to go get it. And so Martin was like, the fuck? We're in 2025, baby. We get delivery. Smitty again. Oh, well, it's a hot new place, and we're out of the zone, so they don't deliver to us. So Martin is like, wait a minute. So is this the only Thai restaurant in town? I know that DC is a really big city. I mean, we can always eat somewhere else. We can order and they can bring it to us, honey, because I ain't riding that DC traffic. Phew. And you will run into a pothole every other block. Make sure your shocks and your tires is noise. Because if it's not, your ass will be at the auto mechanic place all the time. So Smitty was like, we can't. So Martin was like, well, give me one good reason why I have to give up the best seat of the house and being uncozy, because this place is that special. I mean, Martin was like, give me 10, honey. Because he was like, because you love me. That's what Smitty says. So, because Martin don't feel like going out there and fight that traffic for no damn tie. God dog it. We're back at the little palace. Hey, 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 your partner has lost her mind, her eyesight. That's what Andre says. Because, I mean, Pammy is like really chasing him down, looking him up and down, baby. Oh, you have been hiding your light under a bushel, my friend. Well, you are not fooling me anymore. I don't like the way she's looking at me, Danny. Make her stop. Stop, stop, stop. Can you just please lift up your chin up a little to the left uh, to catch the light? No, he says, and I don't like taking no orders. It's even better when he's angry, she says. Danny was like, girl, I hadn't seen him that way before, but I have seen that that body every other way, honey. Yeah. My job, look, y'all, my job is to do the looking, okay? I find the beauty in things and I bring that shit out, all right? Is what I do, is what I love, all right? I'm not giving that shit up. We're not asking you to. Pammy says, never, Danny says. No, 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 no. You do your thing and model for us and do your thing on the side with your wife. Look, my career ain't no fucking side hustle. Oh, okay, okay. Well, just call it whatever you want. You're signed. Wait. I ain't signed shit. Well, look, we are starting a brand new agency and we need to make a splash. And what's better than some sexy, young, real man to start us off? And they clink green juice glasses. I think I said that before. That, no, somebody said that they should use somebody as the model. Who was it? Did somebody say that Nicole should be their model, their sign up model to be geared toward older women, or Danny should, something like that. I can't remember. But I thought that he would make a good model. I thought Andre would really be good. Anyway, we're back at the house and we see Chelsea has arrived at the, what am I going to call this? The beep beep down. I don't even know. Anyway, with Bill's house, and Chelsea's there giving Bill a hug with his crown. Yeah. So he asked Chelsea, "So what do you think? Do you like the new headgear? Or it looks good. He's king. He's King Bill. That's for sure." She's like, "I'm reserving judgment. The only king that I liked was Dr. Martin Luther. Yeah. Well, Bill's the king of this castle every day," Haley said. "We're just making it official temporarily," she said. "Cute," Chelsea says. "Then that makes me the princess for the day." "Every day," he says, "since the day you were born." And then Haley's looking like this motherfucker. "Oh, yeah. Family is so important. That's why I want everybody here on your special day." "I'll be right back," she says. He was like, "Okay." So Chelsea says, "Well, happy birthday to the best father a girl could have." So he opens up the gift from Chelsea, and it's a wallet, I think. Okay, so he says, "This is handsome as hell." Well, Chelsea Cat's foray has gone into men's luxury accessories. I bet y'all better do it, honey. Y'all better advertise on this soap opera. Also, there's a money clip in there, and she's saying that part has earned its name. Drum roll, please. It's called the Bill Fold. Oh, how sweet. He was like, "Ha ha ha. Oh, right. Named after me, huh?" "Yeah, the gold clip is to hold tip money. Yeah. Because a forward thinking man pays it forward. A little extra for the valet, the concierge, a great barista, and I engraved it for you." Look at that. I love it. I love it, baby. This is extraordinary, baby girl, just like you. "Well, yeah, it's because of you I was even able to branch out, Dad. If you hadn't made that injunction disappear, I wouldn't have been able to make all these dreams come true." Oh, he says this is his new favorite forever, baby. How sweet. She says, "What would I do without you?" Celebration time. So somebody comes in with, oh, Haley's ass. She got cupcakes. One is red with him. For him, I guess. Bitch. So they're cupcakes, and he was like, "What is this?" She's like, "A new recipe. Now, this one right here with the candle, it's for my hubby. It's for you." He was like, "Okay. Does this one have a special story in it or something?" She says, "The healthy boy. Gluten and sugar free, baby. Make a wish." He says he don't know whether to laugh or cry or present it in court. He was like, "This poor thing never had a chance because it's lopsided. It looks horrible." He was like, "This thing ain't never had a chance." "Bill, I spent hours." He was like, "Nah, man. I mean, you didn't make dessert. You masterminded the punishment." "Gotcha, man." Ooh, he says, "What are you trying to do? Kill me with that shit?" Because I don't think she's ever cooked, right? So all of a sudden, you just have this meal, and it looks all lopsided and look like it's half dead. It's supposed to be a cupcake, but it's not. Does not look edible. "Monk fruit added sweetness is good for you." So she gives him the plate again, and Chelsea was like, that defeats the whole purpose of dessert, bitch." So her phone buzzes, and Haley steps away to answer it, and so he said, "This is only one way to rectify this judgment." So he switched to cupcakes. So he's eating the regular one, the sugar filled one, honey. That's what you do on your birthday. You eat what you're supposed to eat. Eat take advantage of it because you're gonna be good the next day. So Haley was like, "Are you kidding me?" Whoever she's on the phone with, "He is having the time of his life." I guess she's talking to Randy. "Look, I know it's not my body. We're back in the room with the one bed and nothing else. It's your body, baby, and it's beautiful. And so is your mind," Jacob said. She says, "Go on, but you're not leaving any room here for me. If I tell you that I like the idea of being a father, I'm insensitive. And if I try to distract you and make you smile, then I'm wrong too." She says, "It's lonely and confusing because we've never been this out of step before." I'm not going to say she's making too much out of it because I don't know what she's expecting from Jacob. I know he's not going to like it, but that's why they have to talk about it. It's like she feels like it's like she's on the stand with him. She doesn't know how to sit down and just sit in her feelings because she's in her head about it. Again, it's not to say that she's going to change her mind, but I think that she's just in her head about this thing too much. If it's in her heart, then meet him heart to heart and convince him. You're mad at him for wanting to be a father. Just like how he's trying to subtly convince you to be a mammy, you need to subtly convince him that we're fine without it. But you're fussing at him about it. You're not. I don't think that she's been as empathetic as she could be. And she's so full of her emotions. Probably that her hormones is fucking with her too. But damn, I think that she could handle it and deal with it in a better way. Me having a child when this was something that I never wanted, Jacob was like, "But we would want this one," and I will be leaving scores of children in a lurch because I'm focused on this one. Damn, that is my mission, my calling, to be there for people who didn't have families like ours, who don't have the means to afford the best representation. It is a big world, Jacob, and our worlds and our jobs are gigantic, and we can make a difference. Like I said, she's, I don't know. Maybe y'all can give me the words. I don't know. I think that she's, like I said, she's in her head about this. Which again, I like the fact that she says like, look, don't be you first. We've been married all this time. Now all of a sudden this happens and you change your mind. No, I'm not changing my mind. Just leave it like that. And you he's she's including everything that she wants to do outside of their marriage. Okay, what about us as a couple? Let's talk about that. Don't, not to be evil or mean. Fuck everybody else. Fuck them kids. I'm sorry, y'all, but I don't mean it. But you know what I'm saying? It's like every reason that she's given him has nothing to do with them as a couple. It's about things that are outside that household. He's telling her how this would affect them as a couple, so she should do the same. That's what she should do. I don't think that she's doing that too well, in my opinion. She goes on and says how much she loves what she does. He says, "Great. Now I feel guilty about making you feel guilty." Here she go. That's not helpful. He's like, "Well, tell me what the fuck it is. There's got to be one thing I could do." "Back the fuck off," she said, "please." So she left. He looked like, "Damn, I can't say nothing right." It makes me wonder, did she already have that visit at the doctor? Anyway, we're back at the red door. We'll see what they're talking about. I guess Samantha needs a ride home. And I guess Tyrell is gonna go pick her up. So, so Martin tells him next time. For right now, I'll go grab dinner and I'll pick up Samantha. You ain't got to worry about that. So Smitty was like, "Yeah, you're the best dad ever, honey, because I ain't trust him to be out there without car." All right, we'll see what's next. So that Thai place that Smitty ordered, he ate there before, and he said that if he ever ordered from that place again, that he would have lost his brain cells. I guess they take forever. So the plan is that that particular Thai place in downtown DC takes forever. So that's a good thing because Martin will be gone a while. So he tells Tyrell, that's what I need. I need your help in something. Is it a good surprise? They do a hand pound. Anyway, we're back at Orphe Jean's talking to with June and Samantha. She's giving her advice about boys. We'll see what they're talking about. So Samantha tells her mama, like, "Look, I know that I'm not his type. They got everything decorated as Halloween. Go ahead, beyond the game. Sweet, charming, smart and strong," June says. So Samantha was like, down to smash, honey. "Well, honey, now that you know what kind of boy he is, honey, you can move your ass right along," June said. So she talks about, and that's in a rom com, you just move on. But no, you got one boy to talk to another boy, talks to another kid, and then they talk and so forth. And then everybody is like, now they got this girl has this old crazy ass reputation. That's why I'm kind of hoping that she connects with Donnell, because she says that's high school. Donnell is older and he's in college, so I'm kind of hoping that her and Donnell will chit chat. Let's see how this works out. So she tells June that she stood her ground just like June told her, and she's happy that she didn't go through something that she wasn't ready for just to make him like her. Girl, don't ever do that shit. No, we see what damn Cat is going through with that bullshit right now. She says, "I know how to change things around," Samantha says, "but I just need to know how to start." And June was like, "Honey, I see that look in your eyes, the same look that you had in your eyes when you were a kid, honey. I brought a bike home for your brother, and he rode it around up and down that alley all day long. And when he finally took a break, honey, your ass was on that bike, honey, flying so fast I was afraid that you were going to fall off." But you held on even tighter, girl. Unstoppable, June says. And Samantha was like, I was? Mm-hmm. Samantha was like, I don't remember that. Do you have any more stories like that about, when me and Tyrell were little babies? She says, coming right up after I take care of my favorite detective. Damn, how did Jacob teleport? How did Jacob teleport from his apartment over to the damn orphanage so quickly? Lord, please don't let June and Jacob start seeing each other. Somebody mentioned that before. Hmm. Ooh, how did he teleport so quick? We just do walk from one set to the next. Because I was like, she said her favorite detective looked around. His ass is at the table. Good to see you, June, he says. She said, well, I couldn't tell, honey, with the look on that damn face of yours. You having a good day? She says, well, honey, I haven't had many bad ones now that I get to see my kids. Yes, it's really cool to see how that become. That's something, isn't it? You better be proper, June. How that child is able to forgive me after what I made them live through. Well, I know that you're not their only biological parent, so if you don't mind me asking, where's Samantha and Tyrell's father in all this? Okay, okay. I wasn't feeling this episode like that today, but okay, let's see what she finna say. I mean, this episode is aight. Yeah. She says, gone. Family curse, we like to call it. But I know if I had a father like you, honey, a good man and a big heart, had to live a different life. And none of this shit would have happened. And she said, you'd be a good father. How ironic is that June picked that up? Anyway, we're over at Bill's gaudy house, and so um Naomi is over there. Happy birthday, Dad. So she gives him a big old pitch or something. So Chelsea was like, unwrapped even. Well, it's better than what you gave him. Tama was wrapped in a washcloth. She said, I was just trying to do something Chinese for my dad or for a shiki, whatever it is. I was just trying something new. That's all. So she gave him a PH dad degree, something he can hang in his office next to his other certificates. And he appreciates it. But, he will hang that shit up. Dubs, excuse me. I win. I mean, my leather and my gold billfold over your piece of paper versus that lame-o gift, price tag clearly visible. Yeah, because I saw the price tag on the back. I was like, did she mean to leave the price tag on the back? You didn't break the bank much and didn't spend much time ruminating on this one, huh? Did you, sis? And while she's talking, honey, we see the Black Widow come in. Girls, no bickering. Chelsea was like, what? What the fuck is this? And not especially in your father's special day, she says. I guess she gonna be pissed when she found out that he didn't eat that cupcake. You're both his favorite, isn't that right, honey? Chelsea's looking like, this bitch is different. Yeah. Chelsea Butchie Poo Powers is kind of perking up too. He said, what could I say? Bill says, I have a lot of love to share. And so, speaking of sharing, Beep Beep says, she said, have a cupcake. Okay, so right before, she didn't notice that that Naomi picked up the red cupcake because Bill's one was red. That's the one with the odorless, tasteless poison. So she goes back into a memory. This is what Haley does, and I guess Haley had made some cupcakes, and so her and Naomi were tight back then, and Naomi just going on and on about this fucking cupcake and how delicious it was and how great it was, and it just has a certain je ne sais quoi and blah blah blah. I think that they really were listening to us because I was always thinking, I'm like, man, they need to give us like some history, like, let us know how everybody connected and when there was a time when everybody got along. So it's still in the memory. We have Danny come in and she says, oh my God, you two are waxing poetics about baked goods. Again, Naomi and Haley were besties. So this is how Haley met them. So Haley, this is my mom, Danny Dupree. This is what Naomi says. Mom, this is my new friend from the gym. I met her at the gym. So yeah, we are meeting Haley and her cupcakes. Beware of gym friends bearing cupcakes. That's what Danny says. So she takes a cupcake. And so Danny says, thank you. And Haley says, you're welcome. So Bill comes in. And so he says, what do we have here? So Danny was like, "Oh, Haley, she have sweets." Little did she know, babe. She was like, I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of her, Danny says. And so Bill was like, oh. So we back at the present time, and Naomi says, ugh, what happened? Uh-oh. Oh my God, Naomi ate that cupcake. So she said, oh, no, no, not that one. This is Bill cupcake. Oh my God, Naomi ate it. She takes the cupcake from Naomi and Haley says, girl, he needs to be eating this cupcake, not you. But she already tasted it. Oh my God. She's gonna have a miscarriage. Oh my God. Back at the little palace, I came to unpack, okay? Not for career counseling. This is Andre telling the ladies. I'm telling, I loving that Danny got this little parentheses on her left side, honey. I love it. I promise you I'm not dragging her. That just shows the true body of a woman. And she's slim. Maybe she's a slim thick. You can squeeze that little left, little left back, meat. I like I said, I got about three on one side and four on the other. But there's nothing wrong with expanding one horizon, Pammy says. So she looks at Danny, was like, girl, what do you think? I mean, we did ask him to turn his world upside down like 5 minutes ago, girls. And now we're pressuring him for an answer. So well then how did you do it in Vegas, girl? Clearly you're not adverse to taking risks. He'll think about it, Danny says. See that he does. Mwah, mwah. Call me. So Pammy leaves, but she does the fingers telling Andre, I'm watching you. I am watching you. Let me tell you something, Andre says. That is a dangerous friend. Danny was like, because she is rarely wrong. Vegas was insane and you've never been happier. He was like, yeah, but Danny, I like what I do. I mean, and nobody's making you stop, she says. Just add to the resume. I mean, international lover, prize winning photographer, heart stopping model. No, thank you, he says. She's like, come on. Strolling through that airport with larger than life hangovers. People were begging us to stop, asking who we were, asking for pictures. I mean, wasn't that fun? He says, not for me. She's like, look, you will love being on the other side of the camera. The spotlight is where you'll grow in unexpected ways, baby. He was like, yeah, that spotlight is for some people, okay? But I've shot those pictures. I know how fame can burn. Back at Orphe Jean. So you actually think I make a decent dad? This is Jacob talking to June. And that's despite the fact, honey, that you wear a badge. I mean, you are a good man. It shines from the heart, honey. I knew it from the moment that we met. You sure? Because you sure did seem more angry than impressed. She's like, I got over it, honey. Instead of locking me up, you gave me a chance when you didn't have to. Any kid would be lucky to have you as their father. Well, yeah, I'm far from perfect. Closer than any man I've known, she said. Have you and Naomi ever given it any thoughts? She says. Nah, nah, it's just not in our plans, he said. She said, man plans and God laughs. Girl, you better preach a word. That's a word right there. Ooh-wee. Yeah, tell me about it, he said. She said, that's not to say that my unplanned life has been sunshine and daisy. But the best part of my life, my kids, you and Naomi, happy accidents. It's funny that you say that because Naomi feels like if anything happens to her that she doesn't anticipate, that it's a mistake. She says lawyers don't play. He's like, yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I just wish that she remembered the time when she found joy in life's surprises. Back at the house, Naomi was like, wait a minute, Haley made you a special cupcake and you switched it out for another? That's what Naomi said. Bill said, well, based on your reaction, I think I made the correct choice. Dad, you had a stroke. She's just trying to help. That's what Chelsea said. If you want to take a bite of what your sister just spat the fuck out, help yourself. But this is my day, okay? And I will eat whatever I want. Like I said, as you should. It's your birthday. But that girl eating that poisoned, mm, she gonna be having stomach cramps. She gonna lose that baby, y'all. She is going to lose that baby. You belong to me now. So if I tell you that you're going to be eating slow, green, or fasting in between. Baby, look, don't try to deny me what I want. You know you can't say no. When I tell you Chelsea has to give some faces in this particular episode, that's gonna be I'm gonna have all of her faces on one damn what is it? Screen capture. I am, honey, because she's been giving some faces. So he says, well, I will go help in the kitchen. I'll be back in a minute. He kind of bigged up his eyes and they're gonna be in the kitchen for a long time. Leaves the girls in the living room by themselves. Naomi looks sad. Fight with your husband, Chelsea says. Naomi was like, it shows. What's wrong? Naomi was like, what do you see when you look at me, baby sis? You mean beneath the stress and pretending that what's going on isn't going on? My sister, strongest, toughest, fairest person I know. Top of your class, dedicated and driven. Ever since you were a little girl, all you wanted to do was save the world. And you're doing it. All of your clients swear by you. And most important, the person I turn to when I'm in trouble. The question is, who do you go to when you need answers? Oh my God. You better say that, child. Because whatever's going on, I really want to help, but I don't know if I can. Naomi says, you already have. You really have. So they hug each other, and Chelsea is like, Naomi, what is it, girl? She was like, let me try, okay? So they come back. The annoying Hamiltons. So they come back with some champagne. And I know that your family is full of Toastmasters. He was like, no, baby, the floor is yours. Come on, talk, Haley, talk. So I'm wondering, is Naomi going to drink that? She kind of looked at her watch too. I don't know why she looked at her watch. This was Naomi. I decree today as King Bill Hamilton Day. Girl, please. Well, the mayor did honor me a few years ago with a day of my own. Yes. I love that crown now. That crown is hot. I wonder who made that crown. I love that. I pledge to you as your all powerful queen. This time next year, I will be incubating a young royal to fill your big shoes and maybe a spare. So when they showed her rubbing her stomach, we see Naomi looking sad. I think that she don't believe what she's saying about her wanting to save the world and all this other stuff. That's why she's such in conflict about it. Like she's biting off Jacob's head. I think that she's going to change her mind to keep the baby, and just when she decides to keep it, she's going to lose it. He was like, well, I would have settled for a new car. And so Chelsea was like, oh, you too. So she didn't drink the champagne. I just remembered there's somewhere I have to be. That's what Naomi says. And he was like, what? Wait, you're leaving already? Okay, I gotta go. Sorry about the gift. We'll talk soon. He was like, but baby, the word baby has really been all through this damn episode. And Chelsea's looking like, damn, I can't even help my sister. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. I'm feeling that. Yeah. Mm, Haley was like, "Gosh, hope it wasn't something that I said. Girl, it's going to be something that you did, not what you said, B." So we're back at the little palace. I'm not going to go too much back and forth between Danny and Andre, trying to convince him to be a model. If they say something profound, I'm gonna say it. But if not, Nick. She was like, "Well, the only man that's not clamoring for fame, and I decided to marry his ass." He was like, "Look, I don't like for people to debate of who I love and how I dress. That's not what I'm here for." So he just says he's lived that paparazzi life. People in your face, they want to know where you are. She was like, look, it's different from men. He was like, you trying to feed me a load of garbage. I know all that bullshit. She said, if you can walk, you can pose. He was like, look, that was the same thing that Eric Ajapon told me, that if I could read, I could cook. She's like, look, honey, I've seen you walk. I've seen you move. I've seen you, every muscle rippling, the way you smile right before you tell a joke, how you turn me from fire to phoenix. He was like, come on, Danny. He started melting right there in her hand. She says, you've been hiding behind that damn camera for way too long. It's time for the world to see what you got, boo. Look, I have a better idea. I came here, I ain't come here to debate the fashion world. I came here to stake my claim on a more exclusive territory. You already have my heart, she says. He says, I came here for something else. He pulls up his bag and bangs it. Closet space. I thought that no matter what I do, it's never enough. I thought that bringing everyone together. Look, okay, okay, look. Consider it a win, all right? We're back at the hell of a Hamilton's house. No one pulled a firearm, and our biggest squabble was over a cupcake. We're doing really good, Bill says, because remember, Chelsea is still there with them. Not the best recipe, Chelsea says. Well, if at first you don't succeed, Haley says, try again. I'll take care of you, Bill, forever and always. Now I know my Beep Beep nickname fits her perfectly, because y'all know Beep Beep, you can never catch his ass. Y'all know Wildy Coyote and the Road Runner. Well, Rug Runner, I call her Beep Beep because of Road Runner. Because no matter where it was, no matter that damn coyote would plan and plan and plan and plan. He would pull out rocks. He would have dynamite. He would do whatever he can to catch that Road Runner. He couldn't do it. So my nickname for her is perfect. Beep Beep. Well, Rug Runner, aka Road Runner. You can't catch her ass because she's what they said. She did so many scams with all these rich men. She would marry them and then just leave. And how can she just leave when her face has been all over social media? It's like somebody has to recognize her at some point. Some rich man has to know who she is. Unless, like I said, I'm fucking big ass, heavy ass wigs make her look that much different. Maybe her hair is just as short as June's. Maybe she's bald under there. I don't know. But it's hard for me to realize that you with the top lawyer in DC, you're all over the social media. Your wedding was, and nobody recognized her ass from when she scammed them a long time ago. I mean, I love the plot. I can't wait for this to thicken, but keep talking beyond the gate. So we're back at Orphe Jeans. Martin is there to pick up Samantha because remember he told them earlier that he would do that and get the Thai food. So she was like, family night to the rescue, Samantha says. And June was like, well, I ain't got no family, but, well, guess I got to tell my baby bye. So Jacob sees Martin and, hey, Martin, before you go. So Martin was like, yeah, what's up, Jacob? So Samantha goes and waits for Martin in the car. And so Jacob's like, I'm sorry. Martin was like, for what? I might have played a part in the fact of you and Smitty being on the outs for a while. Yeah, it was partly your fault. Martin was like, that's cool, bro. I mean, all the credit goes to me, baby. And besides, me and Smitty, we good right now, baby. I know you just doing your job, just being a good cop. Well, I do appreciate that shit. So Martin says, yeah, almost losing them. That's my life. I never want to go through that again. And family is every damn thing. And he leaves. So we're at the hospital. Last 10 minutes of the show, and Naomi sees Ashley. Hey, you got a minute? Ashley was like, yeah, for you too, girl. Oh, you know what? I could take a break. So she takes a break. They sit down. I think I'm pregnant. Ashley was like, okay. And Jacob and I never planned on having a baby. She tells her bestie. We discussed this before we got married, so I thought we felt the same. So why did she didn't tell Chelsea? Maybe because Chelsea said, I don't think I can help, but let me know. Chelsea felt like she couldn't even. Wow, that happens sometimes. It does. I believe it. I know. And how Jacob feels, Ashley says. I mean, he's like, it's like he's a different guy. He's excited about being a father, and it makes me think that he only agreed not to have kids just to make me happy. And I don't think he's ever felt the same. And I've tried, girl, Ashley, I've tried to see it his way. But nothing about a baby feels good to me, she says. And I need your help, Ash. And Ash says always. So we're back with the Richardsons, Andre and Danny. And so she tells him, welcome home. They go upstairs to her beautiful bedroom. So he was like, so, do I have any drawer space? She was like, we'll figure that out later, honey. So what do we do now? Well, we just take your clothes and hang them up, and if we hang them up, then we won't have to need to have the chance to steam them or anything like that. Oh, it's going to get steamy, he says. And matter of fact, I feel the temperature is rising right now. She's like, and if it gets hot in here, honey, it's going to just get hotter. He was like, yeah, it'd be a shame to waste all that heat. Now, remember, she just came from Pilates. Y'all need to jump in the shower. So, June, we're back at Orphe Jeans. At the end of that scene, they just kiss, kiss, kiss. June and Jacob are talking, and so she was like, "Man, family night. I wish I could have had that with the kids." Let's see what they're talking about. She's clearly giving a lot of subliminals about family, being a parent, and what she wish she would have done differently. We'll listen. So she says, "Well, what would you do if you had a family night with kids?" She was like, "Games or anything?" He was like, I don't know. I guess I never thought about it like that." She was like, "Honey, please, you not even once." "Yeah, maybe I'd pop some corn on the stove, in a kettle that I just bought for family night, and then we would get under some blankets, turn out the lights, put a movie on, and just for a few hours it's just us. A little pod of people that looks at us so hard that people would look at us and be like, hey, why can't our family be like theirs? What's their secret? But with us, it ain't no plans, no phones, just us, locked in with each other, not wanting to be anywhere else in the world. Yeah, that's family night for me." Sounds like he wanted to be a pappy. But it's not like I've been thinking about it anything or like that, you know what I'm saying? She's like, I took a home test and it came back positive. We're back at the hospital with Naomi and Ash. Ashley tells her, like, girl, home pregnancy tests are really accurate. And she ain't lying because when I got pregnant with my son, he's the baby, he's the youngest. I took a bunch. I knew after 1 week. People be talking about, girl, you can't tell that fast shit. With me, I knew my body. I knew how it feels when my daughter, that was debatable. That was in the 90s. But that boy, it was in the early 2000s. So I was like, yeah, let me take and all three of the tests. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, it tells you it's pretty accurate. And I can only imagine how it is now. Like electronic, right? No, it was way different back then. So Naomi was like, but blood tests are more conclusive. And so she was like, damn, she does her research. She's like, look, Naomi was like, look, I just need to know. That's all. So she said, well, can you girl, you don't have to ask. Well, can you rush the results, girl, unless it's an emergency and routine tests, they're batched, so that can take time. So now she's like, oh my God, this is going to take some time. She says, well, look, whatever the test may be, Ashley says, you'll be just fine, girl. I wish I was as confident about this as you are, she says to her bestie. Like I said, I think that if she finds out that she's pregnant and because she ate a piece of that damn cupcake, which is poisoned, she's gonna have a miscarriage. That's gonna be the time that she wished that she had it. Or Jacob was gonna think that she caused it. Their marriage ain't gonna be the same after this. So they hug each other. So we're back at the red door. So Martin says, "Man, it feels like we've fallen down a rabbit hole." So on the fireplace, it's dim. You got the fire going. It says Mister and Mister. So she was like, Samantha's like, "It's not my birthday." He says it was supposed to be family night and takeout and TV. What the fuck is going on? So Smitty comes out looking all sharp and dapper. Him and Tyrell. "I know that you're going to be wanting answers," Smitty says, and yeah, because I sure as hell have questions. Martin says, "Why the fuck are you all dressed up?" Oh, he got on one knee and asked him. He popped the question again, and that's the end of episode number 152. This was all right. It was decent. I mean, it wasn't as exciting as 151, but with that girl eating that damn piece of, oh, I don't know. That was poison. Poison. Yeah. Can't trust a big button smile. That get yeah. So let me go ahead and get this edited and uploaded, and I will see y'all in the next video. I'm gonna try to work on the front porch probably this weekend because y'all had a lot to say. A lot of new voices. Hey, y'all, a lot of new people. So it's good to have so many new faces pop their head in and new subscribers. So it's been fun. So let me go ahead and get this together, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.